What's up, guys? This is Heis, and Merry Christmas, everyone. I had a different video planned for Christmas originally, but unfortunately the copyright situation is not working out. I was going to post something about me reacting to the Polar Express, which I think would be a very fun video. Hopefully that still gets figured out and gets to be a thing that happens. But in lieu of that, I wanted to say Merry Christmas and check out the new Railroads Online update. So I've purchased on the good old ES&D the new Cook 280 and as well the new Snow Plow. I had fun with naming them. This is my railroad. For the unfamiliar or anyone new to the channel, my original series for Railroads Online was on the ES&D, which was a name that came up after much whiskey and much joking, and it just sort of stuck. So anyways, that's a whole thing. But this is the new Cook 280 model, and I've been told that it runs really, really fast, which gets me excited because I like crashing things in this game, obviously. And then as well, the Snow Plow, which I've been told is a West Side Railroad model. It's actually kind of neat. Yeah. Presumably this tank would be full of something for weight, and then you'd shove this plow as a fixed plow into it. They call it, it's not a wedge plow, it's just a fixed straight plow. I've never seen the prototype for this, so this was kind of a neat piece for me to learn about. So definitely very cool. The Cook 280 is the big version of the Cook 260 that's in the game already. Obviously slight differences, smaller drivers, but I've been told it goes very fast. And I'm just getting my first look at it now. I basically bought the engine, fired it up, and then hopped on with the recording here. Not sure why it's got a metal, like a shiny metal textured brake valve. It's interesting. Cylinder cocks are down there. That's where they were on many early engines. Those injectors are beautiful. Got a sander handle that runs through the handrail. So, okay, interesting. I wouldn't be surprised if that was done. Stuff. No turret on these little old engines. Presumably some kind of crazy oiling device there. It's fun. And overall, pretty nice looking model. I've named it the Chunk, as we used to call the Cook 260 the Chip, and then the 280 is the Chunk, back when we were working on the game. By the way, if you were not aware, I'm no longer involved with the development of Railroads Online, haven't been since May. Anyway, I've also been told, yes, that there are cookies inside the smoke box on top of the blast nozzle. You would chuff once, and then those would be forcefully ejected out the stack. It's fine, but a neat joke. Cookies in the cookie. Very decent looking model, and let's see about getting it put together and actually running it a little bit. Good heavens, it accelerates fast. Let's get the drawbar put in this thing, and then we'll back up against it and pick it up. So I do want to say that this is just a solo video. Khan's not joining me. He did one update video, just him. I'm doing one update video, just me. We're even. There you go. Oh, the tender handbrake's got to be on because that is biting me. There we go. And of course, it is snowy in the new update. We've gone to winter as well. But you'll note that in Khan and I's series on Railroads Online, for this rest of this upcoming week, we're going to be still in grass because we record fairly decently far ahead of time. And that's really to accommodate me and my job. I'm still working at the museum and doing all that stuff, and it can be really challenging to put things together at the last second or the last minute if we don't film them early enough so that I can get that done and post on the same schedule for you guys. The plow is fun. It's tossing little sprites out, which is fun. I've got the rag on just a little bit, and we're getting up to pretty good speed here already. Good heavens. This is not going to work with the trains and the physics, I don't think, but I like that. If this is pretty high speed, I'm going to hook the reverser up a little bit. Like the real thing. Okay. Open the throttle wide. This is, oh, gee, no, it's, well, the tender made it. Yeah, so apparently with this update as well, many of the speed limits got removed, and it's just up to you with how spicy you truly feel. Let's go chase after a tender, shall we? We don't really need a plow. The plow is a fun detail, but we don't really need it. And apparently, some of the engines can do like 25 or 26 miles an hour now, which this feels so much better than just the 17 even. Like, this actually feels properly fast on a little 280 like this. But apparently, the cars only stay on the track if you do 22 or under. So you really have to pay attention to what you're doing, lest you bin it now. So definitely an interesting change, and I'm hopeful that things get a little bit more stable, because she should be able to run that faster, the train, on much of these alignments. But we're definitely scooting, even if I'm shoving my own tender from the wrong end. It's fine. Okay, it looks like we are lined up the hill. This is the wonderful sawmill layout at the ES&D, and most of the industries have cabooses placed on top of them because people had lots of fun on previous streams and previous episodes. And somewhere up ahead of us, theoretically, there's a Glenbrook. Theoretically, there's a Eureka and a caboose. In order to buy the chunk, I had to get the Eureka out the way, and I just opened the throttle wide and then let it run, so maybe we'll encounter it, maybe we won't. But goodness, these curves are a little spicy going this fast around them. But this is a really good speed. Like, this is actually a really good pace for one of these 280s. I've run about this fast on 346 RC19, which is the modernized version of the Class 70, going about this fast, and it's terrifying. It feels very fast on a little engine like that with little drivers like this. They waddle really hard and hunt the track way harder than they do in game, actually, with all the little different changes and things. So definitely an interesting thing, but you can definitely go that fast too. So this is pretty fun. It's cool that we can actually get some speed going now, and there's going to be a challenge. You can't just set the reg and just walk away. Although at this point, I could have just set the reg and walk away, other than when we hit the thing. Okay, now we're coming up to some more ES&D equipment here. It's fun. The gents that rebuilt the ES&D, we live streamed the rebuilt ES&D. These are the new splines. The gents who rebuilt it kept finding new stuff, and they kept having to make changes, and they had a heck of a time trying to fit in the return bridge here. I wanted to show the... Oh no! Well, bye, Eureka. And the chunk is just... Oh. Eureka's the one that's making the chuff sounds. That's fun. Yeah. This was my flavor of the Georgetown loop on the original ES&D save. And it originally extended way further out there, but you could do such a sharper turn back there with the old splines. And with the new splines, the gents who rebuilt it tried to make it thematically appropriate and make it still fit, but it's a very steep grade. What was once a 4% is now apparently an 8%, so it's very neat. But anyways, guys, I want to just make a quick video to celebrate Christmas with you guys. It's a great holiday, and I'm bummed out that I couldn't show you the reaction of the Polar Express, but I figured, hey, let's at least get some snow and railroads online, have a little fun with the new trains, and see if we can authentically pee in a cup like we do on the ES&D, and yeah, that goal was achieved, ladies and gents. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Look forward to the new episodes of Railroads Online with Con this week. And just know that, yes, they're not going to have the update. So, anyways, thanks so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you all next time.